right. Greetings, any awesome, warm, positive vibrations. This is Body Culinary, aka Kwasa Peaceful Eating, and it's time for our 5 a.m. movement practice, our personal movement practice, right? This is one of the pillars of, at least in this little corner of the universe, this is one of our pillars of lifestyle practices, and there are three. Peaceful consumption, food that demonstrates that it loves you back, a daily personal movement practice that can grow with you until your hair is white. If you have enough space in your home, apartment, if you have enough room for a mat, you have enough room to administer some deep therapy to yourself, right? And then there's garden slash nature therapy. These are three leverage lifestyle practices that are going to give you back so much more for the exchange of your time, your focus, your attention. You're going to get back more than what you put out. That's an investment. That's a really good use of your time. So I have my heart rate monitor on. It's all charged up. You want to make sure your heart rate monitor is charged up. Or your fitness tracker. I prefer a heart rate monitor. If you're interested in the one that I'm using, feel free to reach out to me at info@body-culinary. We move daily, 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 because this is not just about looking cute. This is about hygiene, keeping your brain fresh, right? Keeping it active, keeping all your body in synergy, keeping it awake and alive. And it's hard to be in a really funky mood when you're jumping up and down, right? So we're going to shake off that stinking thinking. So I have my heart rate monitor set on Fridays during our community class. I set it for other indoor during the week, Mondays through Thursdays at 5 a.m. We set it for functional training. And that's so we can start to see the trends, right? We want to see and get some kind of objective numbers on how our body is responding to the positive stress of exercise, aka what I like to call vigorous, joyous movement, or your personal movement practice. So I'm going to turn my heart rate monitor on, setting it for other indoor. Training started. I'm going to leave the voice prompt up so you can turn that off. I like to leave it on so I get little reminders of what I'm doing, right? And you'll learn how to really distinguish your heart rate monitor as we go along. So right now I can see that I'm at 55% of max of my heart rate. If I scroll over, I can see that number represented as beats per minute, right? These are indicators of how my cardiac muscle is responding. And just FYI, which we go over in coaching every Sunday, as a response to exercise, over time, your resting heart rate will go down and your heart rate will recover from workload a lot quicker over time. Initially, your heart rate sometimes may jump through the roof, and I'll show you how to deal with that in a moment. But I'm going to keep this nearby so I can see at the end of a movement practice, I get some kind of a guideline for how much I'm burning during a movement practice. So I'm at 58% with my jibber jabbering and talking. I only burn 3 little baby units of calories or energy, right? So a couple of things to check in on. Your posture, you want to make sure that your pelvis is tucked under. So your waist beads or your pubic bone are tucked under, right? Belly button is drawn into the spine. You don't want your guts hanging out all over the place. You want to support your back, support your spine, right? So you're drawing your belly button into your spine. And then your deep core muscles behind your pubic bone, you want to draw them up and in. So I can't see it, but once you draw them in, you can feel that. That's giving your deep core muscles a lot of support. Next, we're going to make sure that our ankles, our knees, our hips, and our shoulders are pointed straight ahead. So if we're doing lateral movement out to the side, I want to make sure my knees are not going out this way because I'm going to put force into my knee. That's no bueno. So if we have better alignment, we can make sure that we're being protective of our joints and keeping the work where we want it on the muscle. We don't mind the muscles burning out, but the joints, we want to be very protective of the joints. Next, you want to make sure you don't have computer neck. You want to make sure that your spine is in alignment all the way down. So you want to draw your head and your neck in, right? Your neck isn't jutting out all the way over here. You want to gently draw it in. Similarly, when we are in a plank position facing downward, you want to make sure that your head is not here. It's not here. It's not bobbing all the way up and down. If I'm face down in a plank, I'm looking down, but my chin is still drawn in so that my neck is nice and long and my spine is supported. Okay, other than that, make sure that you're breathing deeply, that you're not holding your breath. If you hold your breath, that is stress, you're going to restrict the flow of blood. Sometimes that can also contribute to stress headaches. I have 20 ounces of water. So that's our standard. You want to knock out at least 20 ounces of water. This is our habit, right? During our movement practice, have something nearby, a cushion for when we do core work and something to wipe your face. That being said, we're just using our natural sneakers, which are our feet. listen to the sound of the drum, go at your own tempo. If you find your heart rate is really getting up, you can mark the steps at different levels, and you can just follow the movement and keep it nice and low. You can also lift your knees to your chest to pump blood back up to your heart so that you can recover and breathe. Don't hold your breath. That being said, let's boogie. Happy Friday. Happy, blessed Friday. So I need my drum because this is therapy for me. And that is very, very low. So I don't know if you can hear that, but hopefully you'll be able to hear my voice. Sometimes people want to hear the drum. Sometimes people want to hear my voice. So we're just going to tap it out. Right? So if you ever get lost with the movement, you can just come right back to your feet. I'm just tapping my feet. Next, if you have the solo, you can clap. Right? So that's going to be our basic movement. If at any point you get lost, you can come right back here. Now, I can add on to this. Either I'm tapping it out. Level 2 is going to be a little bit more bouncy. And level 3 is going to be to add even more bounce. So we don't need machines to do cardio. Good. So when you're pulling the arms back, you're stretching the shoulders.
You are improving fitness.
Good. So I'm going to just travel it around, step it out to your right. Nice and easy. Breathe nice and deep. Travel around to your left. So you're going to check in several times that your belly button is pulled into the spine. Add a little more bounce. Good. Again, travel around to your right. Opposite direction. Nice and easy. Step it out. So you're going to take some arm circles to the rear. So circle back, open up the chest and the shoulders. Good. Big arm circles. 2 and 1. You're going to swing your arms back. Reach for the ceiling. Swing it back. Reach it up. Swing it back. Reach. Swing it back. Reach it up. Swing back. Reach it up. Swing back. Reach it up. Good. Again, arm circles to the rear. Good. Hands are right behind the head. Tuck your pelvis under, belly button drawn in. So you're going to rotate your torso. Notice if you feel any tightness in your lower back. 2. Good. And 1. Knees are coming to the chest. Pull the arms down as you lift the knees up to the chest.
You are burning fat.
So if your back ever feels tight, this will be your recovery movement. So we're going to take some lateral movement. So out to the side. So remember your headlights on your ankles, knees, and hips. If I'm stepping out to the side, make sure your headlights are pointed straight ahead. I'm reaching out to the side, reach for the ceiling, out to the side, reach it up, out to the side, reach.
You are improving fitness.
Good. Other side. Out to the side, reach your arms up, reach, reach it up. Good. So it's the same thing, but you want to have straight joints. Your elbow joint should be straight at the top. Out to the side, reach it up. Draw your stomach muscles in. 3, reach. 4, reach it up. 5. Other side, 1. Reach it up. 2, reach. 3, reach it up. 4, reach it up. 5. One more time, other side. 1, reach it up. 2, getting the body nice and warm. 3, reach it up. 4, reach. 5. Other side. 1. Reach it up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So you're going to step forward. Not exactly a walking lunge, but you're going to step forward as if you're going to pick something up off of the floor. So belly button's pulled in. Step forward. You're bending both knees. Come back. Reach up for the ceiling. Elbow joint is straight at the top. So it's 1. Reach it up. 2. Reach. 3. Reach it up. 4. 5. Other side. 1. Reach. 2. 3. Deep breathe. 4. 5. Switch sides. 1. Reach it up. 2. 3. 4. 5. Other side. 1. Reach it up. 2. 3. 4. 5. Switch sides. 5 more on the side. 4. Reach it up. 3. 2. 1. Switch sides. 1. Reach it up. 2. Reach. 3. 4. And 5. Good. Knees up. So my heart rate now is at 77%. We're going to take some straight arm kicks. So arms are extended out right in front of you. Make sure your pelvis is tucked under. Draw your belly button into your spine. Again, your deep core muscles, draw them up and in. Arms extended, shoulder height, and kick up. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So your next movement pattern, you can take whatever level is appropriate for you. So it's out, out, in, out, out, in. That's level 1, right? Or out, in, out, in, out, in. That's level 2, right? Level 3, out and up. Out, squeeze the glutes as you come up. Out. So when you're reaching back, if you need to, you can mark it by putting a stool or a chair, or even happens to let your glutes touch your bed. Reach your hips back, come up, squeeze your glutes, right? You don't want to go forward into your knees. Take your appropriate level. Out, out, in, out, out, in. Reach your hips backwards. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can take level 2. 9, in, 10. 5, step, step. 4, 3, step, step. 2, 1. External hip rotations. Hands up. Kick over a tall person's head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Kick it out. Kick and kick, kick. Add a little bit more bounce. Good. Clap it under. Same leg. So internal rotation, kick over a chair, kick over a small stool. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick, kick. kick. So my hands are coming here, here, here. If you need to tap it out, you can tap it out or add a kick, 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 kick. You can add bounce or clap it under. Good. Same leg. So you're kicking it out to the side using glute medius. Also using your obliques. Hands up, kick it out to the side. 1, 2. You can keep it nice and slow if you need to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tap it out. Tap, tap. Add some bounce. Kick it up. Kick, kick, kick. Hand clap underneath. Good. Lift the knees to the chest. Get the body nice and warm. External hip rotation on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't hold your breath. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tap, tap, tap. Arms come down as you tap, tap. Add some bounce, 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 bounce. Add a kick, 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 kick. Hand clap underneath. If you need to stand up without the bounce, then you can modify it. Good. So, external hip rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we already did this one. 7. Got extra. 8, 9, 10. We're going to go right to internal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Side kicks using your obliques and glute medius. 1. You can slow it down if you need to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So you're just going to take your head, tick-tock it, lightly side to side. Heart rate is up, side to side. Warming up the head and neck. Look over your opposite shoulder. The head is looking over the shoulder. Side, 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 side. Now curl your chin into the chest. Look backwards, into the chest. Look backwards, look backwards. Take gentle head rolls over to your left side. Hit all 4 corners. Nice fluid movements. Warming up the head and the neck. Opposite direction. Nice gentle head rolls. Take your time. Good. So shoulders are coming up and down. So shoulder shrug, shoulder shrug, shoulder shrug. My body is nice and hot. Big shoulder rolls back, warming up the neck muscles and the trapezius. So we're going to get some movement in the spine. We don't want the spine nice and, we don't want it. It's not nice for it to be stiff. So to make sure that you're hydrating, we're going to drop the chest down. The head is going to follow the rest of your body. So your hands can you can use a stick. So if you're my mom, hey mommy, or some of the other more seasoned women, if you need a stick to support you, you can use a stick. You're going to hold the stick in front of you. Drop your chest down. Head comes last. Round it back up. So you can use a stick for support, or you can use a chair. Or you can open your legs nice and wide. Place your hands on the outside of the thighs. Drop your torso down. Drop it down. Round it up. Drop it down. Round it up. Drop down, round it up, drop. Open up the chest, round up your back. 4, round it up. 3, round it up. 2, and 1. Good. So hips. So all of this actually is sacred movement to bring blood flow to your womb area, reproductive organs, and also to warm up your back if your back is stiff. Open your feet up a little bit wider than your hips. Tuck your pelvis under. You're taking your hips side to side. So not so much the torso, just your hips are going side to side, side to side, side to side. Take a sip of water if you need to. So I'm 15 minutes in. So if I was looking at my heart rate monitor, that's approximately about 113 calories. So where is this useful? As a former junk food junkie, I can tell you that this is useful just in terms of understanding how long you have to work to burn off those potato chips that you're eating, right? It's not free. It's like having a debit card versus an Amex Black card. So the holidays are coming up, and that's when people start going broke on the chitlins, the heavy cakes, all the candy and stuff at work. Every year it's the same thing, in and out, gaining all of this extra weight. Actually, we shouldn't be gaining that much weight so fast. So that's telling us something we're not. So don't shoot the messenger. I'm just sharing. I ain't telling grown folks what to do, especially if you're not paying me. We're eating too much concentrated foods, too much food that's dry, that's devoid of whole, fresh, living water, and foods where the nutrition in it has been so degraded and devitalized. It's got a party of flavor in your mouth, but your cells that need to fight cancer, it can't recognize the food anymore. So just something to marinate on. More the principles than the labels. Who cares what your labels are? We're looking at the results, right? And the results are going to be your vitality. Think of what you need your body to do for you the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line. The next year, right, is what you're eating. You got a party in your mouth with flavor, but is it supporting your vitality? Are you spending hundreds of dollars every other week on products, but your food is drying you out? Just something to think of, right? So now we're getting cold. The body has been nice and warm. This is level 2, so take a sip of water, and we will continue. So we're breaking down on little pieces. This is our Friday movement. So you should be nice and warm. So again, you're going to just tap the foot. So we don't have it up super loud today because sometimes people say they can't hear. So I'm just tapping it out. You're going to get the heart rate back up. So if you need to stay right here, if you have issues with your knees, that's level 1. Otherwise, add some more bounce. That's level 2. Add even more bounce. That's level 3. So if your heart rate goes up super high, you can pace yourself. You don't have to kill yourself. You just want to have some fun, so you're not thinking about exercise, right? So African dance capoeira for me is more play. So that's the beautiful thing about ancestral movement. Everything is built in. So let's take the heart rate up. So you're going to either tap, or add a little kick if you want to stay on the floor. Kick, kick, kick. So we want your mind to know, I can kick standing straight up, right? You can kick. If you feel more energized, you can make it nice and low. Get in where you fit in. If you feel more energized, kick it up. Kick, 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 or add a hand clap right underneath, right underneath, right underneath. Take it to your right. Opposite direction. See, take it right back down to the floor. So we were talking about the hips. We're taking hips side to side, isolate. It's not the torso, it's just the hips. This is actually good for your lower back. Tilt the pelvis forward and back. So men may laugh, but anybody that has a tight lower back, you need to stretch out your lower back when you do a pelvic tilt. So it's forward and back. So ladies, see if you can add a Kegel at the same time. So you'll be stopping the flow of urine. So circles around to your left, to your left. So ladies, you can cue yourself by putting your hand in back of your lower back. So you can really emphasize the tilt forward. So this is helping to relieve your tight back. Opposite direction. So really get that pelvic tilt, forward, 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 and forward, forward, and forward. Again, side to side, side to side, side to side, side to side. Push your hips all the way on the side wall. Push your hips forward, squeeze your glutes so you're protecting your back from leaning back too far. Put your hips on the opposite wall. Now put your glutes on the wall behind you so you feel a stretch in the back of your hamstrings. So it's side, front, side, and back, side, front, side, and back. Big circles, big circles. You want your spine to be nice and fluid. So I know how to train on the machines at the gym, but you were not born in the machine. Opposite direction. Pull your core muscles in. Good, lift the knees to the chest. So, next movement pattern. You're gonna step back. Make sure you don't slam your knees into the floor. Your elbows are gonna go nice and straight. Your head is right in between your arms. At the same time you step back, you're gonna alternate sides. 2 and 1. Step back. Step back. Reach the fingertips for the ceiling. So you're working your thighs and your glutes. Step back. Reach your fingertips up. Your elbow should be straight at the top. Step it back. Step it back. Step it back. 5. 5, because we have 2 legs. 4. 4, if you need to make the movement smaller, make it smaller if that's what you need to do. But if you can't reach your fingertips all the way up, reach it up. Reach it up. 1 more. Reach. Good. And reach. Here comes our first set of Harriet squats. So if you don't know who Harriet Tubman is, he lives on a rock. So if you need to, put the chair behind you. I'll show you an example. You're going to put a stool behind you so you can make sure you're keeping your knees nice and safe. If you have questions about your squat, if you're coming forward into your knees, you're going to jack your knees up. So hips are reaching backwards. So reach it back, and you're going to come up on the toes, and you're going to open up the hip joint at the top of the movement. Right, ready? Belly buttons pulled in. So it's here. Reach it up. So it's 2, and come up. 3, come up. 4, 5, come up. 6, if you have a little bit more energy. Reach the arms up. Elbows are straight. 1 more. You have a hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Shake it out. So you can do short but sweet. Lift the knees to the chest because that isometric hold is going to build up lactic acid in the muscles. Set number 2. Only 10. Here we go. 1, 2. Squeeze your glutes as you come up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Not a lot of jumping up and down. My heart rate is up to 80%. Lift the knees to the chest. This is number 3. Here we go. So pelvis is tucked under. Draw your belly button in. Your core muscles, draw them up and in. Another set of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Get ready for a hold. 4, 3, 2. Hold it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo! So you can do short and sweet. So heart rate should be up. Take a nice sip of water. Let's activate the core. So let's take the heart rate up a little bit more. Review and recover. One muscle group works. The other one rest. Tap, tap. That's level 1. Level 2. Add a little bit more bounce. bounce, bounce, bounce. Level 3, make the bounce bigger. Around to your right. Woo, hard to be in a bad mood when you're jumping up and down. Opposite direction. All right, so here comes our first set of core. So grab your mat, a little piece of carpet, whatever you got. Get in where you fit in. So we don't have as much upper body strength as men. So that's something that we have to work on. Oh, these are some of my sisters from Brooklyn. Good morning. So tabletop position, right? And I would say also traditionally, we didn't think so much about exercise because we're coming together to dance as women. We're laughing, we're talking. It's just how we are in community, right? So get in where you fit in. If you're moving in community, it's a lot easier. You're not thinking about it. All right. So tabletop position, spread your fingertips, tuck your hips under. Your knees are underneath your hips. Belly button is drawn to the spine, so if you're dipping down, that's going to pinch your lower back. Tuck your hips under, draw your belly button in. So level 1, make sure you're not sinking down. Press your hands into the floor. Scapula is to the skin. Your head and neck are drawn in. You're going to tap your toe. Bring the knee to the chest. Right in, I'm stretching my lower back and working my core down. Alternate sides. Right? You're going to tap and tap, tap. Even if it's a small movement. Level 2. Keep your hips and butt out of the air. This is not downward dog. So we're not doing downward dog. Keep your butt out of the air. Tuck your hips under. So it's tap, tap. Everything is working. Your core, your arms, everything is working. That's level 2. This is level 3. Get it when you fit in. 4, 5. Take your appropriate level 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, rest if you need to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Take your glutes to your heels. Walk your hands out in front of you. Feel the stretch on your back. Wipe your face if you need to. Easy breezy cover girl. So if your wrists are a little bit tired, roll your wrists out. Lace your fingers, get a little bit of a wave. So you have some movement over there. So upper body, go for quality. Don't hump the floor. Bring your scapula to the skin. You don't want your head bopping up and down. So spread your fingertips. Go for quality over quantity. I'm in tabletop position. Tuck your hips under, belly button drawn into the spine. Bring your knees together like you have one mermaid leg. Walk your knees in back of your hips. Tuck your hips under. Act like you ate too much hot pepper sauce, too much Bajan or Trinidadian hot pepper sauce. Squeeze your glutes together. You're going to bend and straighten at the elbows. Tuck your chest to the floor. The whole body lowers and comes up as one unit. Here we go. Using your breath. Down, exhale up 1. Down, exhale up 2. Down, exhale up 3. Squeeze your thigh. Down, exhale up 4. Down, exhale up 5. Down, exhale up 6. Down, exhale up 7. Down, exhale up 8. Down, exhale up 9. Down, exhale up 10. Again, rest if you need to. Here we go. Down, exhale up 1. Down, exhale up 2. Down, exhale up 3. Down, exhale up 4. Down, exhale up 5. Down, exhale up 6. Down, exhale up 7. Down, exhale up 8. Down, exhale up 9. Down, exhale up 10. So if you need to rest right here, go into child pose, rest. Otherwise, keep going or come right back when you're ready. Down, exhale up 1. Down, exhale up 2. Down, exhale up 3. Down, exhale up 4. Down, exhale up 5. Down, exhale up 6. Down, exhale up 7. Down, exhale up 8. Down, exhale up 9. Down, exhale up 10. Sit your glutes back to your heels. Your chest should be nice and toasty. You're going to flip over. So we're going to balance that movement out. because we don't realize how much the body is shutting down from sitting in chairs and being on the computer too much. So optional. Level 1 with the bridge. Now the bridge, I know everybody's so focused on the glutes, which is really wild. But we want to be more concerned with the lower back. If your glutes are flat, that means that you have not been working your glutes. And if your glutes are not working, your back is doing extra work. Something to consider, not to make it bad or wrong, but if you're putting 5 or 10 extra pounds of stuff inside of your backside, it doesn't have nerve endings in it. So just like women, if their breasts are very, very large, you can have back pain. You're likely throwing your spine out of whack, right? So you want to do some functional movement. So your bridge, when you see all those hip thrusts with the weights, all of that is not just for your glutes, but it's also for your back. So level 1, your heels are coming close to your glutes, hands are down. Try if you can to grab onto the mat. You're going to exhale, press the hips up. Think of putting your hips up on the ceiling. That's going to be level 1. You're going to open your knees a little bit at the top and squeeze your glutes. Use your breath. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it up. Flutter, squeeze the knees. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Down and up again. 1. Put your hips on the ceiling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Hold it up. Flutter, squeeze the knees. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You should feel your glutes. Press it up again. 1, 2. Press it all the way up. 3, 4. Toasty with no equipment. 5, 6, 7. You're still breathing. 8, 9. Hold it up. Flutter, squeeze the knees. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. If you're just getting started with movement, I would advise you don't do any weights initially, just to get your tendons, your ligaments, and your joints used to the movement. So you can either stay right there. If you've been moving with me longer, either level 1 bridge is right here. See how long you can hold it up. If you're doing level 2, right? Totally optional. If you've been with me longer, you're going to place your hands backwards. Try not to grab your hair. So we're just working on keeping the front of the body nice and open. You're going to press your hands in, inhale, exhale, and then press up. Squeeze your butt cheeks so you can protect your lower back. This is opening up the front of the body and shoulders. Come down nice and easy so that can feel like a little bit of a like, whoa. It can feel intense if you haven't been doing functional movement. Again, your body was not born inside of the machine. So again, you do not have to do this level of a bridge if you're uncomfortable. Stay with just raising your hips and glutes off the floor. I want to see if you can get at least 3 of them for the people that have been moving this longer. Place your hands behind you. Inhale. Exhale and press up. Squeeze your glutes. Lower down nice and easy. Nice and easy. You're striving to put your hips on the ceiling. Again, you're working your wrists, all of your joints, functional movement. One more time, place your hands behind you if you're at this phase. Listen to your breath. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Come up. Squeeze your glutes. Hold it. Come down. Nice and easy. Just a little bit. So my glutes, everything is working. Hug your knees into your chest. Arms are out to the side. Left leg is extended. Pick up your right leg. The bottom of the right foot is parallel to the floor. Arms outstretched out to the side. Drop that right leg over to the left side. So now the body's nice and pliable. You can get a nice stretch. Pick that leg up. Lower it down. Now the right leg is straight. Left leg extends up. Bottom of the left foot is parallel to the ceiling. Gently drop that left leg over to the right side. Feel the stretch in your back. If you want, you can bring the knee more into the chest to access more stretch. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Breathe into your stretch. Good, and then coming up, happy baby. So this is great. Again, a lot of the population has lower back pain, right? Again, we don't want to just think of the aesthetic. If we're only thinking of the aesthetic without the function, we're in trouble. And I've been studying corrective exercise for years. Most of the popular gyms all have physical therapy inside the same building for a reason, right? So open the legs up nice and wide. You're going to take your hands to the outside of the feet. Think of bringing your knees into your chest. Now my knees are actually going to be on the outside of my chest. But as I'm pulling my knees into my chest, I'm letting my hips and my glutes roll backwards. So I'm pulling them down. This is going to give me a big stretch and access to my lower back. Let your hips and glutes roll backwards as whatever your range of motion is, as you're pulling your knees into your chest and breathe into your stretch. This is a big stretch for your lower back, especially the more you let the hips roll backwards. At the same time, I'm pulling the knees into the chest. Shake it out for a minute. Again, the legs are open wide, hands on the outside of the feet. Pull the knees down into the chest. Again, this is men or women, doesn't matter. Most people have issues with their lower back. Pull the knees into the chest. Let your hips roll backwards. I'm pulling the knees down into the chest. At the same time, I'm letting my hips and glutes roll backwards. Good, and relax. You're gonna roll over and then come up to standing. So about 20 minutes in to functional movement. We're taking our time. The whole purpose is to build a personal movement practice. Get a sip of water. I'm going to take the heart rate up. So this is our Friday movement practice. You don't need any equipment. If you are exercising at home, it has several benefits. First of all, you don't need to leave your house, right? Whatever you can do inside your house is sustainable. You don't have to travel to and from the gym, pay gas, park the car. It's about to be cold. It's dark outside. But you can roll over. Some of my clients have even gone to sleep inside of their fitness gear, right? So with the time you have left over, you have enough time to prepare some healthy food for yourself. So again, my heart rate now is recovered. So if you're using your heart rate monitor, my heart rate is only at 59%. So that means I'm not doing much of anything, right? So the whole purpose here is that you can get your body nice and hot. Cardio, flexibility, and strength from your house with no equipment. And then as you progress, minimal equipment, right? That's nowhere the same price. It's a lot cheaper than paying for a gym membership, right? So we're going to take the heart rate back up. Let's take it up one more time before I jet off, right? We still have garden work to do. We're going to prep some nice, healthy food for ourselves. So again, we had level 1. So I'm totally recovered. We got to work the upper body, and I'm totally recovered. I'm going to take the heart rate up again, right? So no gym, no problem. So level 1, if you have issues with your knees, I'm just tapping it out. Just tap. Level 2 is add a little bit more bounce. Level 3, more bounce to the ounce. That's it. Level 1, level 2, a little more bounce. Level 3. So we're adding a little bit more choreography from what we've been doing for the previous couple of weeks. Feet are open a little bit wider than the hips. I'm stepping side to side. Step, 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 step. If the hands confuse you, just move the feet. Step, step, step. Or you can use the hands to guide the direction that you're flowing in. Step, step, step. So these are our single side steps. Step, 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 and step. So I'm going to bend a little bit deeper. My hands on the outside of my thighs. So I can get low. I'm going to lean a little bit more into the step. Step, 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 step. I'm going to extend my back arm. Try to straighten out the back arm. Good. Get it bigger. Look in the direction of the hand. Step, 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 step. So that's the single step. Single, it's the same step. Single, single. I'm just getting a little bit wider, leaning into the step. Extending my arm. Step, step, and step. Double step, right? Step, step, double, step, 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 double, step. I'm going to get a bit lower, lower. I'm still going to extend my arm. So now I just got a little of a wave. I'm going to hang out here. Step, 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 step. So you can keep the other hand on the knee. Other hand can be on the knee. Once you feel more comfortable, I'm going to bring the hands together, then extend. Hands come together, then extend. Hands come together, then extend. Tap, 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 tap. Lean into it. Other hand is on the knee. Extend, extend, extend. So this would be level 1. I can make it a little bit more bouncy. Right? Level 2. I can add a baby hop, 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 and hop. Add the hands to come together in the middle. Here, together, here, together, here, together, together. I'm extending the back arm together. Together, together, together. Got that? Right? So I'm leaning side to side, tap, tap. This is the same movement. Same traditional, global, universal soul movement. Tap, 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 tap. I can use the arms to guide me. Tap, tap, tap. One hand on the knee. Other arm is extended. Right? Bring your hands together in the middle. Right? Add a hop. Right? So double tap. Double tap. Double tap. Double tap. Right? Lean a little bit more into it. Lean. 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 Make it bigger. Lean. 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 Make it bigger. Double. 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 Together. And lean. 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 And lean. Good. Arm circles to the rear. We're going to take a little bit more of Harry squats. So you're sitting your hips backwards. If you need the stool, then you can use the stool or the chair. Let your butt touch, and you're going to come up and kick. Right, so that Harriet squat. Why Harriet? Because she said she was tired, where we be, right? So tuck your pelvis under, belly buttons drawn into the spine. Your deep core muscles behind your pubic bone, draw them up and in. Let your hips and glutes touch the box. Come up, give me a little bit of a kick. Sit it back, nice and easy. Come up and kick, right? So let's bring it home stretch so you can take a little bit more core. This is a nice recovery movement practice today. Recovery. During the week, we're doing a bit more in terms of strength, right? Belly buttons drawn in, make sure you're breathing. Reach it back, kick, sit it back. That's 1. 2, 2, 3, kick with control. 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 4 more, 4, 4, 3, sit it back, 3, 2, sit it back, 2, legs should be toasty, 1, and 1. Woo! Shake it out. So that's just your own body weight. My heart rate is at 83%. So that's cardio, strength, dynamic flexibility, right? So we're going to take a little bit of a dynamic stretch. If you want to, you can add your pad or some cushioning. So I love functional movements. Again, I've done all kinds of strength training, fitness competitions, but I love what is sustainable that I can do until my hair is white. So we're coming down on the Harriet squat. Yes, Harriet, honey. You know, Harry, honey, you better grab it, catch it. So tabletop position, tuck the hips under, spread the fingertips. Let me make sure my YouTube people can see me, right? You're in your tabletop position. Tuck your hips under, spread your fingertips, press your hands into the floor. Level 1, step your right foot outside of the right hand. So I'm getting a big dynamic stretch here, right? Keep your hands on the floor, come back to tabletop, opposite side. So I'm opening up the hips. You want to keep the hips nice and open. Back to the center. That's level 1. Again, tuck your pelvis under. Level 2. So it's not downward dog, right? Keep your butt out of the air. You want to keep your joint stacked, your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders. Make sure your head is not bobbing all up and down in place, right? Tuck your hips under. Step that right foot, whatever your range of motion is, right? Step that right foot outside, the right hand. Try to keep your hips and glutes out of the air. Step center. Left foot steps outside the left hand. Now this back leg, I'm pushing that heel towards the back while I'm squeezing my butt cheek here. That's going to have me feel a tremendous stretch in my hips. Come back to center. Opposite side. Step it outside. Feel the stretch. Pressing your hands into the floor. Scapulas to the skin. Step center. Left foot steps outside that left hand. That's 3. Center. If you can't go to tempo. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. Deep breathe. 6. 7. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. Core temperature should be hot. 10. Good, and 10. So that's my arms. That's core. Body temperature is nice and hot. I'm getting more bang for my buck with no equipment at all. Obliques, right? You're tucking your hips under, so implementing our core. Hips are tucked under. Level 1. Bring your right knee to the outside of your right elbow. So if you can't, that's the direction you're going in. Place the knee right back down. Same side. This is 2. Place it down. 3. 4. And 5. Other side. Again, tuck your hips under. Belly button is drawn to the spine. So this is 1. Put it down. 2. 3. 4. Arms are also getting work. 5. You can either stay at level 1, level 2. Tuck your hips under. Extend your legs. Tuck your hips under. Squeeze your glutes like you ate so many hot peppers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, good, and 5. Sit your glutes back to your heel. So your arms should be nice and toasty. Next movement pattern, your bear. So place the hands nice and flat. Tuck your hips under. Press your hands into the floor. Curl your toes under. Now think of lifting your knees up into your chest. So let the knees hover above the floor. Right leg you're going to extend. 1, bring it to the chest. 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this could take the place of 100 crunches done with improper form, right? My whole body, I'm dripping with sweat because my core temperature is nice and hot, right? I'm really engaging my whole core. Same thing. Press the fingertips into the floor, spread your hands. Tuck the hips under. Make sure your head is not bobbing up and down. Draw your chin in. Curl the toes under. Lift the knees off the floor. Think of your knees coming up into your chest. Right leg extend. 1, knee to the chest. 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if that's too challenging, you can stay down on the floor with level 1. Hold on, let me wipe my face, child. Wipe your face. So you can stay right on the floor. Right, tuck your hips under. Left elbow to right knee, or if that's too challenging, so this is just my mom, right? You can just move your legs and fully extend. Try not to lean too much into the standing leg. If you're able to, left elbow, right knee come together, full extension. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna pick it up. 4, 5, 6, 7. Slow if you need to. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake your tail feathers, shake your arms out if your arms are toasty. Tuck the hips under. Again, if you need to, you can just move the rear leg if that is your level. So level 1, level 2, you can go nice and slow. Elbow and knee meet together and then they extend. Level 3, you're gonna go to tempo. Again, tuck the hips under, press your hands into the floor, opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay right there, pick it up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Sit your glutes back to your heels. Tabletop position. Right hand comes behind the head. Tuck the elbow in. Open it up for a nice stretch. Elbow comes through. Open it up opposite side. Left hand comes behind the head. Bring the elbow in. Good turn. Open it up for a stretch. Elbow comes in. Open it up for a stretch. So we're going to finish off with a little bit more glute work. Again, the glutes are super important. Why? If your glutes are not working, that means your back is doing extra work. So we don't want to shame anybody. We don't need any more negativity around our body. But I will keep it real with you as somebody that comes from a family history of morbid obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and cancer will be waiting for me. I love to eat Caribbean and soul food. That's what I'm raised on. Your body, if we go for the function, you don't have to worry about the form. Your form is going to follow your function. We never had a problem with our glutes. If your glute is flat, you haven't worked it. That's it. If we're adding extra stuff, doesn't make it bad or wrong, but I'm just going to tell you, as I know personal horror stories. A natural glute is one that is toned and lifted. Eat real food, move daily. If you're moving for the stress relief, you don't have to worry about what your body looks like. All of this unnecessary pressure is driving us to mental, emotional instability. And even with all the raw foods, even with all the surgeries, it's going to drop. That is just a fact of life. If you want toned glutes, you have to get a standing desk, get off your backside and move. This is so you don't have back problems. You're not getting back and hip surgery. Your form, what you look like, is going to follow your function. If you're not consistent and you don't eat real food, then 20 million surgeries is not going to help you. Then if you put all this fake stuff inside your body and it drops, then quiet is kept. That could even compound more feelings of low esteem. It's not that much surgery in the world. I'm telling you, I know from personal clients and being over 30-something years, almost 40 years in food and fitness. That being said, take a sip of water. We're going to finish off with some glute lifts. Then everybody's so focused on the glutes. But I can tell you, as an Afro woman, that has never, we never, ever Need to take a sip of water. We never, never, ever needed anything fake when it comes to our glutes. We just don't. All right, so let's finish it off. Let it decline down to the elbows, right? You're gonna pick up the right leg. Bring the heel close to your glute, and you're gonna press it up, right? As I press up, I also want to open my hip joint. When we have issues with our hips and falls with our parents, our lifespan goes down and our quality of life goes down. So if you have all these aesthetics without function, that's a scam. You heard it here. That is a scam, right? You need to be able to run, jump, kick, punch, right? As well as have fun and skip and all of the other stuff. But your body parts have a function and a purpose. If it's not there, if we putting fake stuff, it doesn't have nerve endings. So that means if you're trying to get away from something in an emergency, that's giving you more work to do, right? Just something to think about. Anyway, you're down on your elbows. Pick that right leg up. Bring your heel close to your glute. Press it up. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Come up onto your hands and knees. Your knees are hip distance apart. Lift that same leg out to the side. 1, 2, glute medius. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So the same glute medius. So you should have no question as to what muscle is working. Try not to lean too much in the standing leg. Lift that same leg out to the side. With control, kick it out. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. So if that is that challenging and that hard, can you imagine putting something, a weight in there that's not a part of your body? Again, it's not to make it bad or wrong. I just think that there's no shortage of people willing to sell you a dream or give you a scam and take your money if you're not well informed, right? We need our bodies to be able to perform. Again, tuck your hips under. You're going to decline down to your elbows. Pick the opposite leg up. Bring the heel close to your glute. Press it up. 1, 2 is a natural butt lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. That same leg lifted out to the side. 1 glute medius, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. Shake it out. So it might be toasty. The same leg, glute medius. Lift it out to the side, kick it out. 1 with control, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. So my glutes are on fire. So if I have put 2 10-pound weights back there, it's going to be challenging to move that stuff. So you don't want to make it bad or wrong, but I invite you to consider function. What is the function of your body? Consider anything that doesn't belong in the body has an inflammatory response. So we're not making good or bad, but just think about tap into your onboard internal common sense. What are your cells going to have to say about all the, we already got chemicals coming out of the faucet and the air and the food, and we're adding these crazy chemicals for an aesthetic. For a look to who? Are you going to get better treatment, better safety and treatment with all of these things we're doing to the body, right? The body is trying to tell you something. Your skin, your body scent is trying to have a communication with you, right? So a little more stretching. Glutes are nice and toasty. Arms are outstretched out to the side. Let's stretch so we can get out of here. Get our food together for the day and get into the garden. So my left leg is straight. I'm picking up the right leg, right? Bottom of the right foot is going to be parallel to the ceiling. Put your hands behind either the calves, the ankles, or the heel. Pull that leg towards you. You're trying to keep this leg nice and straight. Breathe as you pull that leg towards your face. I'm also pointing my toes in the direction of my face. That gives me a deeper stretch. Take that right leg, drop it over to the left side. Feel that big stretch. You can take your back heel of your hand, put it in your lower back, give your lower back a nice massage. Can't wait for other people to give you a massage. You're responsible for your own pleasure, for your own life. Arms out to the side, pick that leg up, drop it down. Other leg is coming up. Left leg is up. Bottom of the left foot is parallel to the ceiling. One side may be tighter than the other or looser than the other. Point your toes in the direction of your face for a deeper stretch. You're trying to keep this leg on the bottom straight and your toes pointed up toward the ceiling. Breathe into your stretch. If the leg is shaking, that's okay. That left leg is going to drop it over to the right side, palms are down, arms out, stretch out to the side. Drop that leg over to the opposite side. If you want to, you can take your top hand and press it down. So your stretch should be to the point of slight discomfort. You can take the heel of your hand, give your lower back a nice massage. Let's come back to center. Both legs up. Cross your right foot over your left knee. Right, move your waist beads out of the way. Stick your right hand straight down through the center. Both hands come behind the left knee. Gently let your hips roll backwards off the floor as you pull both legs in towards your face. On the bent knee, my right elbow is pressing outward on the bent knee, so I feel a tremendous stretch around my right hip. And that is also traveling that stretch down towards my lower back. Breathe into your stretch. Get both legs up, opposite side. Again, shimmy those waist beads out of the way so they're not digging into your back. Left foot crosses over the right knee. Left hand goes straight down through the center, behind your right knee. Gently pull both legs in towards your face. My left elbow is going to press open on this left knee. So I'm feeling a tremendous stretch around the bent leg. And that stretch is traveling from my hip and my glute right down to my lower back. Breathe into your stretch. Good, and release. You're coming up. You're going to come into a nice tripod position or triangle position, right? Respect your body's level and degree of flexibility. Belly button is drawn in. Always before you do forward bend, so you're supporting your back on the opposite side. Inhale, exhale, walk your hands forward. So whatever your body's level and degree of flexibility, that's fine. Try not to round your back. Try to extend your chest forward. Wiggle your body so you can work your way into the stretch. You're striving to reach your chest in the direction of the floor. It should be to the point of slight discomfort, so you're feeling a stretch in the groin area. Breathe into your stretch. Walk your hands backwards. So we don't need perfection. We need consistency. Consistency. So inhale and exhale. So this is my right side. You may be mirroring me. I'm going to lean over to my right side. My left fingertips are going to be reaching for I can take this bottom arm, press the thigh open, but my left fingertips are reaching over for my right toes. Breathe into your stretch. Oh, so you feel a nice stretch along the side of the body. Circle the arm around. Reach it over again. Oh. Woo. So I've seen a big shift this year, right? And with a lot of women that I've been working with. So I know one side of me was excruciatingly, that side is a lot more tight than the opposite side, just being consistent. I see this side of my body has opened up tremendously in almost like a little less than a year. Inhale, and then exhale over to the opposite side. I'm using this bottom arm to press the thigh open. My right fingertips are reaching for my left toes and my left foot. Breathe into the stretch. If you're holding your breath, your body's going to tense up. Then circle the arm around, reach it over again. My right hand is around my left foot. Yeah, so this is a lot more open. That's been like a whole year or so. Some people think you're just going to do something real quick and that's fitness. I'll tell you how you worked. You're going to have to keep doing work to maintain a level of fitness, right? It's a lot of lies. No shortage of people want to take your money to tell you some myths. Good, and then float up. Oh. So if I could take a moment to set an intention for your day, you can decide in advance, right? How ideally you would like to respond to the stresses and the challenges that are going to be placed before you on a platter. When you consider how extensive your motivation is, how hard it is to stay focused and to get motivated. You can lose that energy or focus like that in scrolling and comparing yourself to others negatively in gossip. You can lose your motivation and your focus. So with that being said, I invite you just to envision or role play in your mind, how would you like to respond to challenges so you can hold on to your focus and your energy, right? I'm gonna take a nice big deep inhale in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more time, and inhale. And exhale. Maintain your awareness on the flow of air in and out of the body. Bring awareness to your toes. Allow your big toes, your middle toes, your pinkies to relax. Allow your feet, your heels, your ankles, and shins to become very heavy and to sink down into the floor. Allow your shins and calves, your knees, and upper thighs, and hips and glutes to sink deeply into the floor. Allow your hips and glutes and back to relax. Allow your lower back, your mid back, and upper back to sink down and become very heavy in the direction of the floor. Allow your reproductive organs, your stomach, and your belly button to soften and relax. Allow your chest to soften, your heart to soften and relax. Notice as your fingertips, your palms and thumbs rest deeply. Allow your forearms, your elbows, upper arms, and shoulders to deeply relax. Allow your heart and your chest and your voice box to soften and relax. Allow your head and neck to relax. Notice as your ears rest gently along the sides of your face. Notice as your tongue rests gently and softly in your mouth. Notice as your eyes rest deeply inside your sockets. I invite you today to feed yourself the most beautiful, colorful, nutrient-dense, high-octane, peaceful fuel that demonstrates that it loves you back. Fuel and food that is kind to your colon, kind to your heart, kind to your eyeballs, kind to your immune system. Food that is in alignment with the vision that you have for your life. Food that is reciprocal to the Mother Earth that you got it from, so you put something back in terms of compost or supporting your farmers or your community garden. And most of all, I invite you to create a great day on purpose simply because you said so. All right, so we are done. So that's right inside my house. That's 406 calories.
Training costed 1 hour, 12 minutes.
Right? I could have been on a stair mill trying to get the same thing. So the whole point being, your personal movement practice is something you can do from your house. If you have enough space for a mat, you don't have to give yourself these excuses. And the whole point is not about exercising to show off. It's about administering some deep therapy to yourself through movement. That is something that you have access to. If you're inhibited or shy about moving in your own house, think about that, right? We deserve to have joy and fun and movement inside of our bodies. Movement is literally medicine. we're leaving a lot of life on the table. I cannot say enough about having a movement practice, creating a garden of something, at least 2 plants, something pretty to look at, and something, even if a herb that you can eat. Nurturing those plants is going to save time. And most people focus on weight loss. I invite you to consider weight release. It's a mindset, not carrying extra weight that your body does not need. It's not just a number on the scale. The scale can't tell you the difference between adipose tissue and muscle unless you have a special scale, right? This is about therapy of what you can do for yourself that's not dependent on your partner. It's not dependent on the government. It's not dependent on somebody mystery coming to help you. All the tools are in front of you. You just have to access them and use them. You cannot get fit and healthy without getting fit and healthy. It's work. It's work. But this actually is another type of self-esteem booster. It's the best self-esteem booster I know. And it's a different type of dopamine than just eating fake candy, all this pleasure in your mouth, that if we really think about it, it does not feel good. I'm not full of self-esteem when I'm food drunk. Food drunk does not equal high esteem. Why? Because we know we are out of integrity with ourselves and we're eating ourselves to the point of deformity and we're taxing our organs, right? So we're being sold this program that it's fun, but if we really had to think about it, communing with nature and relaxing in nature and being in a garden and cooperating with people, you pass me the seed, you pass me the flower, you help me move the dirt. That is a different type of fulfillment that we get also with ourselves and humanity in nature. So we got to be we don't have to do anything. I invite you to consider curating your social media so that we don't become something other than human, right? Participating and allowing ourselves to be dehumanized with these screens. So I'm inviting you to create a great day on purpose. If you're looking for me, you can find me in the garden, anything having to do with fruits and vegetables, making delicious food, frolicking, playing in the garden with bunnies and plants and seeds. You have my attention. Anything else I can't help you? Also, there's an interview yesterday done on Raw Vegan Love One Ways channel. Just a little interview asking me about being quote unquote raw vegan. I don't like so much labels, but living a lifestyle, whole, fresh living, unprocessed foods. I thought it was 12, but it's going on 14 or over 14 years. So it's not the label. We can ego trip. It's not the label. It's not the label. We don't need one more thing to divide us. It's the behavior and it's about the results. So create a great day on purpose. Subscribe, share this video with someone that could use some motivation, and I will see you soon. Share what you got in the Flower Fit community on your heart rate monitor, whatever your results are. Share it inside the community section, and I will see you soon. And thank goodness we don't have to worry about sweating the hairstyle out. See you soon. All righty. All right, create a great